Transformer went out in, like, near my high school, which is like a 5-minute drive.
What's up, everybody? It's Lowooly618 bringing you guys my first impressions review video of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Just to let you guys know, this is the Xbox One version, and if you are looking to use this video as a means to look at the game and see if the game looks good, just remember YouTube really screws up the quality of videos. Even at 60 frames per second, it will screw up the quality of the video to make the game look less appealing. But I can tell you right now, the game looks beautiful. It's very colorful, and we're going to talk a little bit, not really in depth in this video, but we're going to talk a little bit, just a basic idea around Advanced Warfare and just my overall first impressions, particularly about Day Zero. Now, if I had to describe this game in one word, I would say it's difficult. And by difficult, I mean that the learning curve is steeper than past Call of Duties. Most of the Call of Duties, in the past have been, learn about the new guns, learn about the new maps, learn the different strategies, learn all about the equipment and the perks and all that stuff. Well, with Advanced Warfare, you got that, plus you got your exo. Your exosuit with the movement is rather difficult to deal with, and it can be very strenuous on you, which I kind of found odd at first whenever I thought about this, but, there was a lot of worry back before the game was released that the movement would force people to have to get a custom controller, whether that be a SCUF or a Cinch or whatever. And it's not necessarily true. You don't necessarily need a SCUF controller, but after a while, your left hand will want you to have a SCUF controller. For those of you who don't know, I don't have a SCUF. I don't have any sort of custom controller. But whenever I was done playing after the first few hours of the game, at the midnight release of Day Zero, my left hand and my left wrist were hurting because I kept having to jam down the left thumbstick in order to use the boost forward, and it was a pain. I found myself tweeting, saying you guys will definitely need a SCUF or a Cinch if you want a more comfortable experience. And, that's not necessarily, saying that the game is bad in that aspect, but it's kind of a thing you have to keep in mind. Maybe after 4 or 5 games, you take a 5-minute break, let your left hand rest up a bit. And it seems to be I'm the only one that had that sort of issue, but, my hand, was kind of cramping up, my wrist was kind of cramping up from doing that. I've kind of pulled that back just a little bit. I pulled it back just to, not have to boost as much. So hopefully I'll figure out a strategy to where I don't need to use the boost as much and my hand will not be damaged because of it. So, yeah, there's that. Also, there's been a lot of connection issues, but I blame that on being the first day that it's released. Obviously, it'll probably be a week before everything stabilizes. There were a lot of questions surrounding the dedicated servers. I think it's going to be more of a hybrid system, but I think it's going to be a lot better hybrid system than we had in Ghost. But it's hard to tell because, during the normal game, there are times where it looks like you're on a dedicated server because everyone is like, during certain points of the game, everyone will be at a 1 or a 2 bar, but it's still running pretty smooth. And there are other times where, you have some guys on 4 bars, some guys on 3, and some on 2, and whatnot. But the connections have just been bouncing back and forth between 4 bar, 1 bar, 3 bar, 2 bar, 1 bar, 4 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, 1 bar. It's really hard to get a grip on how the connection is right now. And that's pretty much basic with all Call of Duties, but even whenever the game was at a 1 or a 2 bar, it didn't feel like it was unplayable to me. I was still able to, perform decently well on the 1 and 2 bar connection, and you guys know, if you follow me on Twitter, you know how bad my internet connection is. I complain about it all the time. And, it just seems like to me that, at least the netcode seems a bit better in this game than it did on Ghost. And, it's a pretty good thing that it is better than it was in Ghost, because this game would be an absolute flop because the movement is, it's kind of dependent on your connection. So, good thing, connection is good right now. I saw one video complain about you die too fast in Advanced Warfare. I don't think so, because I've been able to get out of a lot of gunfights, then use my stim ability to regenerate health quickly. So it's not like you die instantly like you do in Ghost, but it's definitely fast, but it's definitely not as fast as, you know, Call of Duty Ghost was. It's definitely more manageable, and you can definitely escape. You can definitely turn on other players as you're playing, and you can, you know, do what you need to do. So as far as if I would buy it or not, I'd say, you know, I would say you should definitely at least rent it. If you're looking to buy it, go ahead if you want to take the risk. If you like playing Call of Duty, I think you'll enjoy it. Just know that the learning curve is pretty steep in this one, and you're going to want to learn how to maneuver your way around. I've heard it's probably easier on PC than on console, so who knows. But those are my first impressions, guys. Hope you enjoyed. My name's LilWooly618, and I'm out. Peace!